good. Beer is good. Beer is good. Let's go drink some beer.
Yes, make sure phones are on silent.
Phones are on silent.
Make sure our mouths are not on silent.
Right? Mics are checked.
We do our check, and we're good to go. It is 937 KAZY, the Craft Beer Buzz. I'm Tommy T with...
no Misty, but...
no Misty, but...
an appropriate amount of Chuckerdoo.
Okay, well, good. So if we have an appropriate amount of Chuckerdoo, we have 3 segments, 3 beers, and only 2 of us. That math equals... we're drinking beer.
Yes.
A lot of it. Okay. So...
There's algebra in there, I'm sure, and I'm not good at that, so now I'm just uncomfortable.
Well, if it was trig, how good are you at trig?
That's fine.
Oh, you're good at trig.
Trigonometry. No.
No, I thought I was talking about this girl named Trig.
Oh, yeah, at the den. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So, we don't have our resident Misty, which helps to keep us in balance, so who knows what this show's going to be like. I just know that we've got... winter storms, which the first one that came through was really disappointing. But now it's still cold. We're warm in the studio. We're drinking beer. We're drinking new beers today.
Oh, right on.
So remember a few weeks back, I brought in that beer from Odell called Long Stride.
Yeah.
And I was talking about how coming up is going to be a low-cal, low-ABV IPA. Long Stride, which is still in the current montage, and this will be cool. You can go out and get that, try Long Stride, and now compare it to the new crushable IPA called Good Behavior from Odell. And wait till you see this can.
Okay, so this is Good Behavior, and this is like Long Stride.
And this, you know how we talk about how Odell has the best beer can art?
Yeah.
Isn't this glorious? It's this, like, heavenly clouds, blue skies, sunburst with the Lady Justice, but she's carrying hops, and instead of a sword, she has a mash paddle. She's blind because, Justice is blind. The beer, this beer goddess, I don't know why she's blind. Maybe
she's blindfolded, we should say.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we don't know. She probably has perfect sight, but she's not allowed to see what's going on.
I don't know what she's into, but I mean, an attractive young lady.
Yeah, she's into hops and making sure that they are equally distributed if that's what's being weighed there.
And
right?
maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
And so, so Good Behavior, this is 4% alcohol. It is 110 calories. So I think like Mick Ultras are 95 calories. Worth the 10 calories in my opinion, but we'll see what you think. Oh, man. The aroma on this is stunning.
Yeah, it's very refreshing. I'm trying to think of almost like a peach flavor, orange peach.
Yeah, there's definitely like
flavor to it.
Yeah, a citrusy and almost like stone fruit type aroma to it. It's certainly juicy.
But it tastes so good going down.
Oh, this really is. And so,
Bartender, give me another.
Totally. And I like that they called it crushable because, 4% alcohol, you can totally crush these.
Oh, yeah.
And this is reminiscent, like 6 years ago, session IPAs came around and it flared up and it didn't last long. I wouldn't call this a session. It is a relative, but sessions, I felt like you had some aroma, but then it tasted like drinking a watered-down IPA. And so if you were an IPA fan, you weren't a big fan of it. If you weren't an IPA fan, you were just like, meh. This has a decent amount of flavor.
Oh, it really does. I was about to say, I don't feel like it's watered down or anything like that at all, even though I know it's only 4% alcohol. It does go down really easy, but the flavor really comes across good.
Now, it is more mild than like a normal IPA. It's not lingering on the back of the throat.
Oh, no, not at all.
But it certainly has plenty of flavor. But it is a little more mild.
I mean, if you probably got to go to work tomorrow, and if you're like just hanging out trying to figure out what the weather's going to do tonight, this would be a good, couple beers to knock back, and you're good to go tomorrow too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, or first thing in the morning, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. I don't know what you do with your life, just like I don't know what the lady on the front of the can is into. But she seems fair.
It's Lady Justice, and she has, the scale that she holds up with her hand.
Yeah.
Or with her arm, I should say. It's weighing hops.
Yeah.
So maybe they're hinting to a perfectly balanced amount of hops in here to give it the taste that you and I are imbibing on.
Which I really think it is. This is something, going into the colder months, I I look forward to dark beers, absolutely, but I like that. I still like having something just light and easy drinking to jump into as well. You know?
This would be like one of those good after workout beers.
Yeah,
because it's so light and refreshing like that. You know, you're good to go.
I actually did beer yoga this weekend. This beer would be perfect for that. It was a blast. It was just a really hot yoga instructor, which was my wife. Oh, and which is hard.
And when you were done, you had some beer.
Totally.
Oh, okay, good. Beer yoga, everyone.
I was having beer. I was the only one drinking during yoga, but I was unashamed. But I will tell you, it is difficult to do yoga when your wife's the yoga instructor, and you have a hard time, like you're wearing yoga clothes and trying to conceal what you're feeling.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know that I really want that image in my head. I was going to say, how many other people are in this yoga class?
It depends. I've done this a couple times. It was so this was on Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cold and miserable Sunday, and there was I think there was 4 people total in this beer yoga class. But,
were they allowed to have beer too?
Oh, totally.
Oh, okay.
I was just the only one who chose. But everyone else, everyone else hung out afterwards and had a beer. I couldn't wait.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did yoga through it. My drinking.
It was this beer?
No, I didn't have that one. No,
beer.
I was actually drinking. I started with a Skiesta from Sierra Nevada, which we had before.
Yes.
Yeah. So, because that thing is just so delicious. And that, I believe, and I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping, come January, we'll be able to have that all the time.
Oh, really?
Because, man, that beer is good.
Yeah.
So I was drinking one of those, and then after that, I went to whiskey.
Okay.
For the social portion.
So would you say the beer helped with your yoga? I mean, did you reach Om?
Absolutely. Yeah, it was.
Probably reached a few other things too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, my chakras were sufficiently soaked. I don't know if you're supposed to soak chakras.
I don't even know what the hell a chakra is, but right on, man.
I actually used to think it was like a chunky female R&B artist. You know, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is Chakra.
Yeah.
You know,
no, that's Shaka Khan.
Oh, Shaka
Khan. That's who you're thinking of.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. I mean, sure.
But she's not chunky. I mean, she's, perfectly, proportioned and everything.
Oh, 100%.
That's her name, though, is Shaka Khan. So that's how you kind of got the whole...
There we go.
Whatever that word you were using before that has something to do with yoga.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're drinking some pretty nice beer here on the Craft Beer Buzz. And,
man, when it's just the two of us...
We've got a lot of room to fill without Misty here.
Oh, totally.
And she's up in Montana. So
totally.
Safe travels, Misty, all the way up to Montana.
Yeah.
And,
enjoy the wall, fight off those White Walkers. I believe the wall blocks Montana from Canada. I believe that's geographically how that works.
Oh, okay. I thought you were probably talking about the Wall drugstore, but that's in South Dakota.
or the non-existent wall blocking off the southern border. The
wall between us and
Colorado. That's a totally different wall.
That wall. The reason you can't hear KAZY, 20 miles south of us.
Right,
here.
totally. Yes, that wall. Yeah. So many of them we just need to tear down. Just got to tear them down. So.
Well, those are ridges, so they're going to stay.
Fair enough. There's nothing you can do with that, I guess.
And the ranchers ain't going to let you anyway.
No, they're so selfish.
No, I mean, they've had the land before,
All right, fine.
You and I were
that are
around,
selfish. That's true.
They had the land back when you could only get maybe one beer.
and
here we are.
And that was Coors Banquet, and that was
Coors
it.
Banquet, and it was good, and they were happy.
Right. Because then you had Burt Reynolds with a pheasant feather in his hat running it across the Mississippi.
Yes.
Man, those were the days.
Oh, I love it.
Well, so in our next upcoming episode, we're going to have another new beer. It's all new beers again today. And the next one will be reminiscent of a Coors Banquet. It does come out of Colorado, so I'll reveal what that is coming up next.
Awesome. All right, well, I just finished off this one.
I did too. It was easy.
That is the Good Behavior Crushable IPA, and yes, it is.
Man, it is crushable. Very, very well named.
All right. Round 2.
Coming up.
That's coming up next year on 93.7 KZ of the Craft Beer Buzz.